안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Thursday's edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-exhibitions, K-history, K-everything. And before you know, you'll be booking your flight to Korea. Now joining me today in the studio is our co-host Bella Kim. Hello Bella.
Hi Soa, and hello to everyone joining us today on the Culture Wave. I'm Bella, here to co-host and fill you guys in with the latest in K-entertainment.
Now, this whole week, we have been covering a number of stories related to 광복절 or Liberation Day, especially because tomorrow marks the 80th anniversary of this meaningful day. And today is not an exception. We're going to continue with our 광복절 theme, right?
That is correct. Yesterday, we talked about an exhibition with Hyobin, and today we're going to actually talk about another exhibition, but this time it's being held outside of the country.
So that's coming up in the latter part of the show. But first, of course, it's Bella time. We're going to kick off with K-entertainment news today. And our first story, we're back at it again with K-pop Demon Hunters. So recently, I remember how you reported on that it has been the most watched animated original film on Netflix. This time, we've got another achievement.
That's correct. This time, we're talking about Netflix films of all types. K-pop Demon Hunters ranked second in the most viewed Netflix film of all time. According to Netflix official site on Wednesday, the cumulative number of views of the film was 184.6 million, the second highest after Red Notice with 203.9 million views. K-pop Demon Hunters, released on June 20th, is narrowing the gap with Red Notice, which was released back in 2021. As K-pop Demon Hunters has been averaging more than 26 million views a week over these past 4 weeks, it's predicted that it will soon overtake Red Notice and become the #1 box office hit of all Netflix movies. And its soundtrack's also doing very well. It's dominating global music charts. The song Golden has topped the UK's official single chart Top 100 and also topped the US Billboard main single chart Hot 100 as well.
Right, that song continues to go up, up, up.
Right. And I do have to say, I saw a show a few days ago with you and Walter, and you said you're giving Walter the top spot for singing on the show.
You monitored us?
I think you need to rewatch my Golden I sang a few weeks ago.
Oh, maybe I have to hear a live version again to remember.
Oh, maybe next time I'm going to polish my singing voice.
Okay, okay.
Maybe we'll have like a one-on-one competition with Walter.
The battle is on.
The battle is on.
All right, but speaking of a battle, we're actually going to continue with an update on the ongoing New Jeans Adore dispute. What's up?
That's right. Well, New Jeans and their agency Adore are scheduled for a private mediation session today. That's Thursday, Korea time. As the two still have not come to an agreement, the court has decided to designate this session time to facilitate discussions between them in hopes of reaching an amicable resolution. Now, this session could be pivotal in resolving the conflict between the two without further court intervention. In addition, attention is focused on whether the members of New Jeans will attend, as the court has requested the attendance of the members. If they don't reach a resolution in today's session, the court will make a judgment on October 30th.
All right, keep us updated on the issue, and we're going to end up with a film, and this film has already made an appearance at an international film festival.
That is correct. Director Yeon Sang-ho's new film, The Ugly, or 얼굴, which means face in Korean, has confirmed its theater release for September 11th and revealed 2 main posters with unique concepts, along with a main trailer that sparks curiosity with its double mystery. The Ugly depicts a story in which Im Young-gyu, a blind master of engraving, and his son Im Dong-hwan uncover the mystery surrounding the death of Dong-hwan's mother, who has been buried for 40 years. It stars Kwon Hae-hyo as the father and Park Jung-min as the son. The Ugly has officially been invited to the special presentation section for this year's Toronto International Film Festival. It's also a project that director Yeon has long wanted to film, so anticipation is definitely rising. So for people who are waiting for this film, make sure you mark your calendar. It's September 11th.
So it's been invited to the International Film Festival. It has not yet made that appearance.
Oh, not yet invited, yes.
All right, thank you very much, Bella, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now let's move over to our AI anchor, Ari, for more on the culture front. Ari, over to you.
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. Securing leadership in the global cultural market by boosting Korea's content industry. That's the Lee Jae-myung administration's cultural policy goal for its 5-year term. By fostering and strengthening the K-content industry, the administration aims to build a $217 billion K-culture market, generate $36 billion in related exports, and attract 30 million inbound tourists. The government will invest over $7 billion in policy financing to lay the groundwork for content industry growth and deliver on its targets. 2 major events will take place in Central Seoul this Friday, marking the 80th anniversary of Korea's liberation from Japan. At 10 a.m., a Liberation Day commemorative ceremony will be held at the Sejong Center for the Performing Arts, with some 2,500 attendees, including bereaved families of independence activists. At 8 p.m., President Lee's inauguration ceremony will take place at Gwanghwamun Square, bringing together 3,500 invited citizens, key state officials, and representatives from various sectors. In a special tribute, 80 citizen representatives will present President Lee with a letter of appointment. The National Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art has opened an exhibition titled Landscapes of Homeland and Longing, which explores the meaning of land through modern and contemporary landscape paintings. Held to commemorate the 80th anniversary of liberation, the exhibition features over 200 works by 75 artists, including Kim Han-gi and Lee Jung-seok, alongside over 50 archival pieces. It reflects on the sentiment of homeland held in the hearts of Koreans who experienced the Japanese colonial era, liberation, the Korean War, and the waves of industrialization. It runs through November 9th at MMCA's Deoksugung branch. Also marking the 80th anniversary of liberation, Arirang TV has produced a video that brings independence activists, once frozen in black and white photographs, vividly to life using AI technology. The video features Korean independence heroes such as Yoo Gun-sun, Kim Gu, An Jung-geun, and Kim Maria, highlighting their achievements while showing their never-before-seen radiant smiles. It captures scenes of the activists laughing, clapping, and blowing out candles on an 80th anniversary cake, moments that give viewers an emotional connection to history. Arirang TV hopes the video will encourage reflection on their noble sacrifices and the true meaning of liberation. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
The dance and music troops of the Jeonju State Gugak Center have become the first Korean traditional arts groups to perform at the Berlin State Opera. Cha Yoon-kyung tells us more about the performances, including why they took place in Germany's capital.
One of the world's leading opera houses, the Berlin State Opera, is situated in the heart of the German capital, also home to Berlin Cathedral and the Berlin TV Tower. The sound of 사물놀이 busking heightened the excitement at the front of Berlin State Opera. An original dance drama, 고섬섬, created by the Jeonju State Gugak Center, was staged during the first ever performances by the Korean traditional arts troops. 고섬섬, which is also the ancient name for Wido in Gwangun County, Jeonju State, is a modern interpretation of Wido's traditional memorial service, 띠벤놀이, a national intangible cultural asset. Members of the Korean community in Germany, Hans-Ulrich Seitz, the former German ambassador to Korea and now honorary ambassador of Jeonju State, and members of local arts communities came to see the performances. All 1,300 tickets available were sold.
These performances are to kickstart cultural diplomacy overseas to inform people about Jeonju of Jeonju State and its bid to host the Olympics.
At a reception following the performances, former German ambassador to Korea Hans-Ulrich Seitz was appointed as an honorary ambassador of Jeonju State.
It's a great honor to be an honorary ambassador of Jeonju State here.
With cultural events overseas, expectations are rising for Jeonju's bid for 2036 Summer Olympics. 차윤경, 아리랑 뉴스.
그댈 닮은 저 시린 꽃잎이 바람에 날려 흩어질까 너와 나의 다름이 또 다른 우리의 아픔이라 서로를 겨누는 운명이 눈을 감으리라 모든 바람이 못는 날 그리움이 허락될 그날 거칠 게 없는 마음으로 널 부르리라 행여 이 삶의 끝에서 어쩌면 오지 못할 그날 잠들지 않는 이름으로 널 부르리라
Here's a note to Arirang TV viewers. We are conducting a survey for our programs, including the Culture Wave, to meet our viewers' expectations. Please visit us at www.arirang.com or on the mobile app Arirang TV to give us your valuable feedback. You also have a chance to win some Bluetooth earbuds and K-pop merch.
Korea marks the 80th anniversary of its liberation tomorrow on August 15th. This day is not only remembered here, but there are also related events taking place around the world, including in Belgium, where a special exhibition is taking European visitors through an untold story of Korea's history. To talk more about the meaning of this event, we connect to Mr. Kim Dong-eun, the director of the Korean Cultural Center in Belgium and the EU. Hello, Director Kim.
Hi, Director Kim.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us on the program. Now, Director Kim, let's begin with some background on the special exhibition you're hosting in Brussels. How did the event come about?
So this year marks the 80th anniversary of Korea's liberation. To commemorate this, we are organizing an exhibition about the Korean Provisional Government in collaboration with the National Memorial of Korean Provisional Government. As Korean culture continues to enjoy global popularity, it's common to meet someone who are passionate about it. However, I believe we still have a long way to go in sharing Korea's history. So this exhibition aims to showcase the collaborative efforts between Korea and Europe during the Japanese colonial period and to highlight Korean independence activists in Europe. It is the first exhibition in Europe dedicated to the Korean Provisional Government. Hosting it here in Brussels, the heart of Europe, makes the occasion especially meaningful.
And speaking of meaningful, Director Kim, what's the meaning behind the name of the exhibition, A Dream of Peace, the Untold Story of the Korean Provisional Government?
The title reflects the values and hopes of the Korean Provisional Government. They dreamed of a democratic society based on freedom, equality, and peace, where people could live together. These are clearly outlined in the Provisional Constitution of Korea. They worked with not only the national community, but also the international community to build a more peaceful world. I believe that message resonates so far, especially given the many conflicts and wars happening around the world.
Okay, so Director Kim, I did hear that the exhibition is divided into parts or stories. So please tell us about the details on this as well.
It is made up of 6 parts. It flows from the beginning of Korean Provisional Government to their activity in Europe and also introduces the Europeans who supported them. Korean activists established a diplomatic office in Paris and worked hard to spread the message of why Korea deserved independence, not only to France, but also to other European countries like Switzerland, the Netherlands, and the UK and Belgium. You can also watch special videos featuring 4 independence activists whose appearances have been restored using AI technology. In particular, it highlights the contributions of Europeans to Korean Provisional Government.
So that's in total 6 parts because it involves the prologue, the 4 stories, and the epilogue, I guess. And now, Director Kim, I can imagine how Belgians and Europeans will find it very interesting to discover that Europeans contributed to Korea's provisional government. So can you give us examples of such support or any specific figures, some important people that are being introduced at the exhibition?
Yes. First, the League of Friends of Korea in France and the United Kingdom played a significant role. These groups actively supported the provisional government, promoting Korea's situation through local media and writing letters to capture the attention of the international community. A standout figure is Frederick Arthur Mackenzie, a British journalist and member of the League of Friends of Korea. In his book, Korea's Fight for Freedom, he documented Korea's loss of autonomy and the people's resistance. Another key individual is George Louis Shaw, a British businessman who supported Korea. He provided crucial help by establishing the provisional government's transportation office within his trading company and offered steamships.
So now we've heard about the exhibition itself. I'm curious about the response from the visitors as well. How has the response from the local visitors been so far?
Most visitors are deeply moved to learn that Europeans played a role in Korea's independence movement. At the end of the exhibition, we created a space where visitors can write what peace means to them. And lots of people have left warm and meaningful messages. Notably, many visitors asked how Korea was able to achieve growth so fast in such a short time.
So I do see, with this exhibition, of course, the Korean Culture Center in Belgium and the EU as well consistently promotes this Korean history as well as the traditional artifacts of Korea as well. So please tell us about more on the reason behind this.
At the Korean Cultural Center, we are dedicated to sharing a well-balanced view of Korean culture, which helps deepen understanding of its historical foundations and traditional values. As Korean culture has become a universal one, loved by people all over the world, we also focus on Korea's authentic heritage and traditions. We host a variety of traditional cultural programs, including Korean traditional painting, music, and hanbok. The local response to Korea's traditional culture has been even more enthusiastic than we expected. For example, we held a special event inviting local residents to wear hanbok and take photos at the iconic landmarks in Belgium. Originally, we aimed to choose 18 participants, but amazingly, within just 2 days, we had 180 applicants.
Wow. Right. It really shows how, because many Europeans are into K-pop and K-dramas, because of that interest, we are now seeing that enthusiastic interest for other Korean traditional aspects as well. Now, more recently, are there maybe any particular new areas that you are focusing on to promote Korea? And also, could you give us a glimpse into future projects that you are planning at the center?
Brussels, where the headquarters of both of the EU and NATO are located, truly stands at the heart of Europe, with its rich cultural diversity and multilingual population across nationalities and age groups. The way people engage with Korean culture is incredibly diverse and vibrant. Brussels also hosts the Queen Elizabeth competition, one of the world's top 3 classical music contests. As Korean artists continue to achieve outstanding results in this event, interest in Korean classical music now rivals that of K-pop. So we launched our monthly program, Korean Culture Center on Stage, with Korean musicians across Europe. On the last Saturday of every month, we present K-Culture Playground, designed for everyone to experience the Korean culture, from K-pop dance and traditional games to Korean food. This October, we are happy to host our flagship festival, Korea Unboxed. Featuring the latest in K-beauty, K-food, and K-tourism, the event offers as a one-stop experience to explore, enjoy, and even purchase these beloved items. Like its name, we prepared a gift that will make people feel as if they are in Korea. We warmly invite you to visit the Korean Cultural Center in Brussels, dive into Korean culture. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that is a packed itinerary for the rest of the year, probably not only for people living in Belgium, but people from other European countries to come over to enjoy all those events. So thank you very much, Director Kim, for connecting with us today, and also for your efforts in telling the untold stories of important pieces of Korea's history in Belgium and Europe. Thank you.
Thank you, Director.
Thank you.
And thank you, Bella, as always. We're going to see you back here soon.
Yes, I'll see you back soon.
And on that note, let's reflect on the great deeds and sacrifices of the past that made it possible for us today to celebrate the liberation of Korea. As tomorrow, Friday, August 15th, is a national holiday here in Korea, marking the 80th anniversary of the country's liberation. We will be back next week on Monday at 2 p.m. Korea time. Thank you for watching.